Hello everyone. As 2012 is over tonight, I thought it would be cool to set up a list of the top 10 movies I'm looking forward to this upcoming year. Now please do remember that this is no way a list of what I think will be the best films of the year, but it's a list of the ones I'm looking the most forward to seeing. Number 10 on my list is The Hangover Part 3. I wasn't a big fan of the original Hangover when I first saw it, but when I saw The Hangover Part 2, I started to get the humor, and also found the characters more likable. So for that reason, I'm really looking forward to The Hangover Part 3. I actually hope it'll be the same story, again, because that's what made the second one so funny, and that's what I hope will make this one just as funny as well. Number 9 on my list is Pacific Rim. This movie looks really cool. It looks like a mix between Cloverfield, Battleship, and Prometheus. The trailer looks great, with aliens that look very original actually. The robots look cool, and it's one of those really fun sci-fi concept movies like Iron Sky was, only it's not a comedy. I can't wait. Number 8 on my list is The Last Stand. I love Arnold Schwarzenegger. He is my second favorite actor, first one being Tom Hanks, and I loved his comeback in The Expendables 2, so I can't wait for his return to being the star of an action movie again. Also, Johnny Knoxville from Jackass is in it. That's pretty freaking great. I hope for great one-liners and great chemistry between Schwarzenegger and Knoxville. Number 7 on my list is Cloudy 2, Revenge of the Leftovers. This may be surprising to some of you, but the original Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs is probably my favorite non-Pixar animated movie. It's got great characters, a great story, and great animation, so I am totally pumped for this sequel. Number 6 on my list is Iron Man 3. I thought the first Iron Man was a nice movie, but it lacked enough action scenes with Iron Man. Iron Man 2 thankfully fixed that problem, so now we have Iron Man 3 heading in a completely different direction apparently. I think it's great as long as they keep with the wit and the humor that made the two first movies so fun. I'm also looking forward to seeing hints for the Avengers too. Number 5 on my list is Birdemic 2: The Resurrection. I love bad movies that are so good because they're bad. I just do. I love The Room, gave it an 8 out of 10 on IMDb. Sue me. I enjoyed the original Birdemic Shock and Terror, so I'm definitely looking forward to the sequel. I just don't hope it gets delayed a third time. It's a movie that needs to come out, and quick. This movie seems to make fun of the original film, which is great. James Wan has pretty much realized that his original movie was a piece of garbage and probably the most horribly edited piece of cinema of the century, and has tried to redeem himself by making fun of it with a sequel. I just can't wait for this movie. Number 4 on my list is The Hunger Games: Catching Fire. I personally love this movie. I know a lot of people actually didn't like it for one reason or another, but I personally think it's one of the best movies that came out in 2012. I've read all 3 books, and while the first one is really the only great one, the second book still has more intense action, and I'm extremely curious as to how they're gonna adapt it. I think it will be great. I'm also cool with the writer being the same guy who wrote one of my favorite movies, Toy Story 3. That's awesome, and I'm absolutely looking forward to this movie. Number 3 on my list is Kick-Ass 2. I really like the original Kick-Ass. That and Super are 2 great superhero parody movies that both came out in 2010. With the new set of superheroes they're introducing, Jim Carrey playing one of them, I'm really excited to see where they go with it. Not much else to say. Just that I can't wait for it, really. Number 2 on my list is Monsters University. This may come as a surprise for some, but yes, the next Pixar movie is not on my number 1 spot. It's not that I don't think it looks as good as a Pixar film usually does or anything. It's just that there is a movie coming in 2013 that I am looking forward to this year that's very special to me and many others, but not necessarily all moviegoers. So that's the reason. But Monsters University looks awesome. We haven't got a trailer yet, and that's kind of weird, but we have gotten a teaser trailer and screenshots from the movie, and it looks absolutely gorgeous, and I can't believe how far Pixar have come. It shows that Pixar can't be outrun by DreamWorks or Disney when it comes to CGI. DreamWorks gives us the Rise of the Guardians with colorful and sharp environments. Pixar gives us cartoony monsters that look real. I mean, absolutely everything in the screenshots look photorealistic. I am certain that it will be the best looking animated movie I've ever seen, surpassing Brave, which I said the same thing about. As for the movie itself, well, it's Monsters Incorporated in a college setting. Of course it'll be awesome. Number 1 on my list is Angry Video Game Nerd the Movie. This is a movie that me and many other gamers around the world have been waiting for. The ultimate video game movie. Yeah, sure, Wreck-It Ralph may be a close competitor, but from what I've heard, it isn't really about video games. It just contains video game references and cameos and takes place inside an arcade. This is a movie about video games. It centers around the E.T. video game for Atari 2600, and is about the nerd and his fans. Another reason this is my most anticipated movie of next year is because James Rolfe is a big inspiration for me in many areas. And looking at him going from a guy who made funny video game reviews on game sites to a director working in Hollywood is incredible. Now, if I was a serious movie critic, I'd say the movie looks bad. I mean, the special effects are cheap, although intentionally so. The cinematography sometimes looks very amateur, and same for some of the acting. But I am not that, and I am seriously pumped for this movie. If it was to be released in theaters here in Norway, that would have been incredible. But I'll at least be able to watch it on DVD and or Blu-ray when it comes out. So those are my 10 most anticipated movies of 2013. Let me know what yours are in the comment section, and I care. Happy New Year, everyone.